Sam back. It's been a while.
I thought I'd been shunned.
We did shun him for a while.
I generally thought I hadn't made the cut anymore. So it's nice to be back.
Yeah, I felt sorry for you. Yeah, I had to get you back. So Sammy's back. It wasn't the same without you, mate. But we only got 2 microphones, so I can't have 3, and I don't have any room.
It's a good excuse.
To fit 3 people. We need to get a table. I think we're outgrowing
the casting couch.
We need to get the casting couch going. So, what's going on this week? First of all, we got a new sponsor.
Yes.
New sponsor this week. That's the beanie. It is quite warm, but I'm going to keep it on anyway. Aquifix Fasteners are sponsoring the episode this week. So, why? What do they do? Aquifix Fasteners. Why are they different to everyone else? Well, good thing is about them is the difference is bulk buying materials
which is a good point.
in one spot. So,
it makes a big difference.
Everyone that goes to the wholesaler, you might go buy a few packs of screws, and then you need, they don't have that. So then you go to Bunnings and, you've done that and you've wasted an hour. Like, we're lucky how they might be a bit close, but sometimes they're not. So the good thing is you can jump online with Aquifix. You can go on the website, literally got everything, like screws, any like type of
plugs,
wall anchors, everything like that.
Yep.
And they're all obviously good quality.
Yeah.
And then do a bulk order, delivery like the next day.
And just being able to keep them at your shed, right? So you
so
can have that bulk buy, and then the guys can decant those into fixing trays, and they're not having to constantly go to Bunnings. It's going to reduce your consumables costs.
Yeah, with bulk buying. So like the pricing difference is crazy from like a little pack of screws and then to obviously bulk buying it.
Yeah.
If you've got the storage to do it, good idea, hey.
Yeah, great idea.
I'm all about it.
Yeah, great idea. Well, like I said, just keeping them here, in the shed, and then you can just get the guys to just start.
And when I was speaking to the guys there, and it was kind of saying, it's one of those things that no one does, and it's real hard to sell to someone to be like, this is such a good idea, and everyone knows it is. Like, you tell anyone, they go, fuck, that's a good idea, I wish I did that, I should do that. But it's something you don't do. Like, you don't have those things in stock, and I always know, it's like, I get to drive over my screw tray, and I'm just missing that one screw you need, and it's like, these guys also sell packs, like a roller case full of screws ready to go. Yeah, they're going to do like an aircon pack, a Sparky pack, and they've got like a hex head gal pack of all different sizes and stuff, which is like, so it's already done. The hard work's already done.
Well, I think like they were saying as well, right? It's like time lost. You go to a job, you realise you don't have one screw.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like, you've got to drive all the way. For us, especially, like if there's a job in Lennox, the closest one for us is going to be Bunnings, West Val, which is like a half an hour round trip minimum to go there, like all the way back. Whereas if you got that stuff in stock,
I was trying to find stainless screws at Bunnings in Byron the other day. They literally didn't have any.
No, and that's super annoying.
It's so annoying. They had nothing. So I was like, that's the perfect thing. Is just like having everything here stocked up. It's going to last months. The guys can come in, do one Friday arvo, load up all their trays, done, and we can just call Joel and the guys at Aquifix and say, mate, we need some more gear. So shout out to them. And we got some biscuits in the pack. So
they were good.
Yeah, keep that up. That's
they
good.
were good. Yeah, I love that.
But yeah, shout out to those guys getting around it as well. So that's awesome. They're showing support and
that's good.
Happy to shout them out. It's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. I read it. I think it's a good call. It's a good thing to get behind.
Sweet. So this week, busy week for me. That's the fluoros. We've just started a new commercial job in Byron, which is the biggest job we've ever done. So we're pretty stoked we got that. It's all kicked off this week. So that's going to be a big project on quite a short time frame. So I'm on site there now, so I've moved into site to run that project. So it's going to be a bit different, like navigating through that, I guess, not being in the office here, but we're pretty lucky in there's site offices there where you can set up, so have a computer and stuff, but definitely a good get for us. So that's going to be, I'm pretty keen to share some more information once it all starts taking off and get some good footage out there. There's like a lot of work,
it's going to be very
diverse,
I think, as well. You see a lot of different
heaps of switchboards. I think there's 11 dBs and big, massive main switchboard upgrade and heaps going on. New mains.
I think it's good too.
11
more
tenancies.
Commercial stuff, which is stuff that we've been doing more recently, which is good.
Yeah, definitely the way. the way we're pushing into, which is good. So definitely a good one to have under the belt. So I've kind of been out of the loop of what else has been happening, but
yeah, I did on that same commercial front. I did a switchboard upgrade for a local commercial premises that they reached out to us a while ago to get some new commercial ovens installed, which they didn't have the capacity with their current switchboard. Which the current switchboard that we had, I'll get 40 to put some photos up because it was not
so
nice,
good.
not
so
nice. And the new one looks fucking really good. And yeah, we just did a good job, and the time frame was good. And we had good communication with the client, and hopefully that sort of builds a bit of a relationship with them.
That's really
Yeah, and it builds a good relationship hopefully with that client, which will hopefully move into a bit more with them.
Yeah, and I came and saved the day at the end of the day and jumped
He came in as per usual and complained that either something was taking too long or what were we doing. And
Mate, how many? I did hear there was free food, so that's why I did come there. But how many blokes do you get that's just gonna go? You know what? I'll come and help you till 6 o'clock at night.
No, that's true. That's true. I do.
Get you out of there a bit earlier.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't even pay myself any extra.
Oh, what
Just come for the fun of it.
You're a company man.
Company man. I'm back on the tools now. I've been on the tools all day. I lost a bloody broken nail the other day.
Oh,
Fuck, that hurt.
I was going to say you'd be out of your element for once.
That's it. Well, I guess that kind of leads us into the first chat because I put a photo of you up on Instagram.
You were bullying me on social media.
Sam doesn't have social media, so he actually doesn't know what happened.
Social media. So I didn't even know what was happening. I find out about it through my wife, who then shows me photos.
It was also, she was part of, I would say.
So I'm getting ripped by people, people that are, supposed to be close to me, and just to sort of rip me on social media.
It was about the vest that Sam wears. Now, this vest, it's talk of the company. I don't think anyone respects the vest.
No.
I think.
Well, like I said, I'm not out there for, I'm not out there for other people.
Someone made a good point sent a message saying, you're a company man that values practicality over style or fashion. So, you know what? There you go.
But also, some back note on the vest. I had
Wait,
one
get the vest
previously.
out. Put it on. Put the vest on.
I'll go off camera for a minute.
Sorry to
I'll
the
go into the
audio
dressing
listeners
room.
that you're not going to be able to see this.
You can hear me like groaning
vest.
and moaning trying to get it on.
Just if you are listening and not watching, just picture 50 Cent G-Unit back in the day. It's similar to that, but with tools hanging off it. It's a bulletproof vest.
It's a bulletproof vest. It's practical.
It's a pretty dangerous area around here, so it's good that
you know why though? And I discussed this with someone today. Because it stops me from getting a bad back.
Go a bit closer and give it a little twirl on that thing. So what do we got in there?
Let me stand back.
What do we got? Alright.
I'll tell you why it's good.
Data crimp. Level. Pliers.
I've not got Black Panthers in there.
Multimeter.
Marksman.
Yeah.
Shout out Marksman.
Every screwdriver you can get.
And then normally I've got
I feel like you've got more pockets than you need.
No. You've got enough pockets, and then normally I have my flashlight. I have my light in here.
Do you have like a badge that tells you how qualified you are on there or anything like that?
I should get one of those actually. Oh no, look, and then here in this one, look.
So
That's
is that technically your tool bag? Like, do you have a tool bag, or that's
No, I've got tool bags.
So you don't unpack
got
that,
everything.
you just leave.
Actually, I probably can't even sit down in this thing. Oh no, I can.
So you wear that all the time.
Yeah. This is the height of comfort.
Tactical vest.
Tactical vest.
So that's your tool of the week. Is the tactical vest.
This is my tool. Yeah, Snickers. Shout out to Snickers. I had one of these back in the day when I was an apprentice, and I've gone back to it.
Brand, yeah.
It's an American workwear brand. So they also do work pants.
Pants with
like salopette. They call them salopette pockets on them.
Salopette pockets. That's what most of the guys in the UK are running on.
Yeah, and those are the shorts.
Yeah.
So I reckon it's more of a UK thing, but I went to it because I was rocking like the normal pouch that everyone else is rocking. I think I had a Barco one. Before that one, I had a Makita one, and I just found that I'd wear it on the I'd wear it on my right hand side, and then I'd find that it would just knock my hips out, so then I'd be just in pain. So then I'd rock it on the left hand side, and it'd do exactly the same thing. So I went to this because it puts all the weight is in your shoulders rather than in your hips and back.
So
there is a practical reason to it. It's not just because I think I'm
could have got a
action
buckaroo.
man. George has got one.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
So yeah, this is my tool. I read it.
Yeah.
Stop
so it was definitely it blew up on Instagram. I got a lot of messages about it. Look, there was some love for the vest.
People will get around it. I'm telling you.
Guys that got around it, I'll link I'll link you in this.
Yeah, I'll tell you where I got it from.
How to get it and how much it costs. I think it was heaps.
I think it was $150.
Jeez.
Euro Workwide Direct. Shout out. Send me some free shit.
So, and then there's a lot of hate, a lot of piss taking, memes, different photos being made.
Mostly by you, by the way. Just most of the hate and the memes coming from you.
No, when I see a chance,
to
make a meme, on my little app,
right.
I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna let that down.
No. No, it's good.
But no. So look, it's
I like to be a source of amusement for everyone.
It's something different. Like you're not. We brought on about 50 tools, but.
Yeah, like, that's why I've actually brought on my entire toolkit.
So that's for the rest of the year. You're done.
Yeah, that's it. I don't need to do another tool review now because I've done multiple.
Where are you going to fit all your Aquifix screws in there, mate? You got a real screw
I've got back pocket.
I've
got that back pocket. It's just ready for screws. So it's ready to go.
How good's that?
It's everything. It's anything it needs to be.
Right. Let us know what you think. I might do like a poll of yes or no. There's definitely builders we work for that don't let him come on site wearing it.
I've been banned.
And some get around it. So see how we go. See what they reckon. Let us know in the comments if you think you rate this or you'd wear that or you just wouldn't. Mine this week is a bit different as well. It's not really a tool. I've been seeing these floating around on Instagram, and I was like, I'm gonna get these. Like, look, we all love pack out gear. We're massive on pack out. Everyone that works for
everyone is.
It's got to be one of the best things ever invented for Sparky. I feel like Sparkies are like over the most. Hey? Really,
yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think just because Milwaukee has become a bit of a Sparky brand, right?
Yeah.
There are people that use it, but I feel like it does, and I feel like there are other people. Like obviously, every other brand does a version of it, but I feel like Milwaukee's of what I've seen, I don't have any of the other brands. I know DeWalt do one.
Like the
Jacko's got an AEG one.
Yep.
We won't go into that. Makita do one that I think is again also not great. But they're all cheaper. But I feel like all the Milwaukee stuff, all that pack out stuff. Like I've got 3 or 4 or 5 bits of it. I've got the drawer system that's awesome. And also, the individual trays that I feel like they're just a bit of a game changer once you get them.
So, pack out's cool.
Okay.
Now, there's a whole nother level to it of dudes that are 3D printing.
Yeah, customizing it.
Stuff for it.
Which is pretty smart.
You think like Milwaukee would be like onto that and just making it anyway?
Yeah, well, surely it's not going to be long until they caught onto the fact that someone else is making money.
And there's some cool accessories you can get that guys are 3D printed. I don't even understand how 3D printers work. It seems, I don't know if it's super easy. It seems like there's a lot of people doing it, or it's just like one of those things you're like real techie.
I don't know a lot about it.
I'm intrigued by it, and it's pretty cool. So what I've bought this week...
He's bought a 3D printer? No.
Yeah. I'm making stuff. Is these labels, right? Let's see these. So they're labels that clip onto your pack out. So they're custom made.
So the end.
So right? From a guy in Melbourne, 3D Pro, who is a Sparky as well, who's making these, like, pretty cool. And I actually over-ordered, so you can have these because I ordered some extra for you.
Did you actually?
But I'll show you how they work. It's simple as this, right?
Can you get them in different colours? So they come in black or red?
Yeah, you can always custom. You can just make whatever you want. Just go on there. Bang. Oh, this one's going to be a bit tricky, I think. There you go. Bang. So when your pack out's all stacked, and you got, some people got 20 bloody pack outs. So you're sitting in there, you know exactly what everything is. I think that's so.
Well, I think especially getting into what we were talking about before, right, with like the commercial work. Like I feel like having pack out, like I want to get one of those, the trolley, like the toolbox on the trolley.
Yeah.
So I feel like that, like because you've then got a basis to like start stacking everything onto, and you literally like in the morning you get into the job. At the beginning of the week, if you're there for a week, you're literally loading up that trolley, you're stacking everything on it, you're wheeling it into the site, and then you're putting it in your lockbox for the week, right? Like, especially for what you're all going to be doing from now on, and the boys that are doing that job, like.
But yeah, I think they're pretty sick, eh? They clip straight on.
They look good.
And I feel like you were like, oh, why would you get that? But they're not expensive. It's not expensive either. They're like, how good does that look? That looks like that is like. it looks good, and it's actually like a functionable
Yeah.
thing. So it's like, mate, when you've got 20 pack outs and you know, like, you just, how many times you go, fuck, like, we lifted up different ones. So that's, I reckon it's pretty good. And then, like, do different colours for different screw trays. And but you write on the website what you want it to say. So it's not like you pick from 5 things. You could write.
Oh, so you can put anything on there.
You can run in whatever you want.
That is cool. Yeah, okay.
You can literally write anything, and it'll just be custom done. And I think I've got them in like 3 days. So that's from Melbourne. So 3D Pro, Melbourne.
3D Pro, shout out.
Yeah, loving your work. Get some more stuff.
Yeah.
I want to see some different stuff. I don't know what else. I've seen people doing like, I think Milwaukee have already jumped on there. Like they're making like cup holders and stuff to keep cups that clip on it and stuff like that. So
yeah,
what do you reckon? What is a good idea for a pack out?
Well, I think that's the thing. I think it just becomes.
I reckon like just things you can clip on that just hold more stuff. Really.
Yeah. I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
And maybe even adapters to allow you almost to adapt other things onto.
Yeah.
That, which I know kind of gets away with probably what Milwaukee want to be doing, but for guys like this, like.
Yeah. Cool.
You can clip additional bits of gear onto it and adapt. Actually, he does do that. I did see on his website. You can get the feet. You can buy feet. So that
the other thing he's got on there now is that like a metal like a slide out tray like drawer thing like that holds all your pack out.
Yeah, right.
With like shelves and stuff. That looks pretty.
That's
epic.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that looks like he's doing some cool shit.
No,
are you actually still a Sparky, or are you just doing that? And where do you find your time? Would love to know.
Yeah, that's a good point. How long does it take to 3D print something? That's what I would like to know. Wonder how long it takes to print each one.
Must be quick.
I don't know.
But there's a few like the Addicted to Tools makes all the magnet holders out of 3D printing and stuff, and like different. But like he's also got PowerPoint like levels, so he's custom made them to fit onto every type of.
Yeah, I did think that was a cool idea. If you're doing those.
So for like cutting out, and then also they clip on the front. So you just level it and then screw it up.
Level it with the PowerPoint. That's a good idea. Because it saves you... Because I know we had an issue a while ago with guys using...
With the metal.
If you've got a torpedo metal level and you're levering PowerPoints and it scratches the wall, and especially if it's white, which is like a lot of those high-end houses...
These ones just go over it, and you can literally buy one for every type of yeah. So it's pretty cool. I don't know if you're doing it for switches, but could be also a good idea as well. There you go. Cool. Just got your next bit of business.
There we
go. I guess so. That's kind of tool chat. We're trying to think of something to talk about this week, and I guess we kind of went off. We had a big toolbox this morning, and one of the things we brought up was like something we brought up was client relations and talking to clients.
Yeah, and client interactions.
Client interactions.
Yeah, client interactions, because I think it's a big thing of. I feel like a client expectation a lot of the time is with someone coming there to their house, is that they just want to feel like not only that they're being heard, that they're being understood as to what their expectation is for a certain thing, and subsequently there's no dismissal of just like, oh no, that can't be done. So
not everything can be done.
Not everything can be done.
They don't understand that sometimes.
No.
So going about it in a way of someone going, this is what I want, and if you just go to do work there and you just go, you can't do that, and you're shutting them down.
Yeah.
Whereas what we're trying to bring across to the guys that are on site is, even if someone is telling you something, saying, I want this, no matter, you can give, if it's something you go, hey, we're going to have to do this, and it's starting getting real hard, and it's like, look, we can do that, but it's going to cost a lot of money, this is what we have to do. We can definitely do it if you really want to, but do you want to go down that path and like explain the options for that instead of just going, nah, it's too hard, like just do this. Give them the option that they want, but then also have a solution that's a different solution. Be like, look, well, we could do this, which is going to be cheaper, it's going to get the same effect, and you know, you're going to be paying less money. When you say that, most people are probably going to be like, yeah, well, let's just do that. But when you shut someone down, it's like, you almost, I wouldn't say you lose their trust, but it's like they're losing.
Don't feel like they've been heard,
but they're like your confidence, like they feel like, does this
their confidence in
to them, they're like, oh, it's easy, like you can just run cables wherever you want and make stuff turn on.
Yeah.
So when you go, that can't be done, they're going, well, does this bloke even know what he's doing, or what?
But I also feel like, in a way, that is what New Age has done as a business for some time is I feel like that's why we get return business. Like we were talking about the other day, or it came up somewhere where we were talking about the fact that we were one of the only return trades on a job where we had finished that job. Like obviously it had been done through a builder. We had finished for that builder, but then the client continues to use us after the job is finished.
Yeah, I think keeping a client relationship, and sometimes you've got to bite your teeth with stuff, but sometimes, to me, it's like, well, if you treat that person, even if there's something happens, or, you're a bit like, you got to put your ego aside sometimes and be like, you know what, well, this person might actually be well connected and talk to 10 people, and you might get another job out. So what is the point in not, having that lasting relationship with someone over something that might be petty, like they might, be arguing a couple $100 bill or something, and you're like, nah, you know what, I'm going to charge you anyway. But, if you don't do that, that might lead into a $10,000 job that they've recommended you for because you are helping and you are staying on. What happens with pretty much all the jobs, we will make sure. And then the other thing with that is when you do finish a job, having that follow up and making sure, checking in with clients and being like,
100%. I think that's a big thing. I think that's something that, we definitely do very well. Is that is having those subsequent client reactions once the job's complete. I know I've had it with a couple of different clients that we've done jobs for, whereby I've just managed to have interactions with them again and just basically go back to them and just be like, how is everything going? Are you happy with what things are? And sometimes they have come back with things and said, should I just change this? But the great thing is that the relationship is there. Subsequently, that they're happy for us then to go back and charge to do those things because they're changes that they've made after the fact. They have confidence in us to complete those things, and then continue that relationship down the track as well. Whereby, like you say, and that leads on to more work because then they tell friends that they've had a great interaction with us in doing their work. But anyone, you never know who you do it with.
I think a big thing when you're going to have a fallout with a client, it's pretty much always going to be over money. Realistically, what else?
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, it's always going to come down to money.
Right.
If you're quoting a job, you shouldn't ever have that problem. The only time you're going to have that problem is via variations. That's why you've got to have things in place like we have with variation form sign-offs and stuff like that, where you don't get to an end of the job and go, oh yeah, here's variations, 10 grand. You know what I mean? You keep it rolling through the whole job and go, oh yeah, we want to change that now. Okay, well we got a sheet. We have all the guys in the job pack will have a variation sign-off form, which has to be signed by the builder and the client, and an estimated time and materials. Whether we quote it, sometimes we quote the variations on site, sometimes it comes back to us in the office or the project managers and they quote it. Sometimes it's just we'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
But as long as that piece of paper is signed, it gets sent back to the office, then emailed off to the builder. They've got a copy of it. So at the end of the job, when they do get 10 variations, it's all been documented. There's no argument. It's been documented the whole way through. Everyone's upfront about it. But I feel like it's that hidden thing of people kind of think, oh, just change, there's a switch there and I want to put it here. To them, that might not seem like it's much. But if it's in a sheeted house and it costs you $1,000 to move it, you're not going to cop that.
No.
So you're going to charge it, but to their client, all they see is a switch go from here to here.
Yeah, they don't understand what the work is.
But you might have had to rewire the whole room because the cables weren't long enough. So that's all right. At the end of the job, you go, I had to move the switch from there to there. And you're going, $1,000. But if you, at that time, you break it down.
Yeah, that's right.
And you go, it's just what we spoke about at the start. We can do that, but it's going to cost this much money. Would you rather us just do this instead? This is a cheaper option. You know what I mean? Why do we move it to this part of the wall and not here because the cable's actually long enough to get here but not where you want it? Something like that. And then you being upfront with that and giving them a cheaper solution, but also you kind of try and avoid having those fallouts at the end of a job.
I think it just comes down, I think the biggest thing, and it's with everything now, right, is that the biggest thing is just about constantly communicating with someone so that they feel not only that that they have confidence in you, but that you're communicating to where you're up to, what's going well, what's not going well, etc., and just having that constant communication,
definitely
with the client, I think just
easier
makes it
for us, harder for guys that are smaller.
100%.
Because if you're a smaller company and you've only got 3 guys and you're on the tools and you've got a job that to you is a simple job, but then you've got a client that's I want to pick these light fittings and these and we're lucky where I've kind of been able to push that onto the girls in the office where we're like, right, you deal with the girls, and if you want to pick lights, talk to them and they can help you find websites and order it. But if you're not at that level in your business where you have the admin staff or project managers or whatever, and you're doing all that, that's a lot of pressure on you. Yeah, if you're not on that site and they're contacting you, it's probably at night, it's probably when you're on another job, and they're hitting you up about those little things, like it's probably pissing you off. But it's stuff that, to them, they need it. Like, they need to know, and like, oh, hey, we're looking at doing this now, and we're going to get these pendants, and what do you think, and doing this? And you're probably just going, what the
Yeah, I don't
like, it's just
I don't
driving me
care
mental.
right now.
We don't. Because you're doing 100 other jobs.
Yeah, that's right.
To them, you're doing one job, and that's their job.
That's right. But I think that even comes, but even what we were talking about before, right? So that just comes back to even the whole thing of sometimes when someone calls you and like instead of just not answering that phone call, just doing the whole thing. Like I've found it super useful now with that function whereby you can send that person like the message that comes up on your screen, where basically you can just go like, "I'll call you later." Yeah, fuck off. Fucking leave me alone. Or you can just do that. I'll call you later.
Yeah.
Because I feel like at least that, like there is nothing worse than you've been trying to contact someone all day and you hear nothing. You're just getting the voice.
Come on, guys. Be respectful. Send a generic text message.
Send a generic text message through your phone. But seriously, like I feel like it's that easy. It changes. I feel like that changes the interaction because then at least that person then knows that you've acknowledged that you've called, right? Rather than just get the voicemail that means nothing.
But even say, look, hey, I'm busy. Can you send me an email? And then that gives you the chance that you can sit down whenever you want and then read what they want. Because most times it's something so stupid and like something so simple that can just be, they can just send an email and you can reply through that. You can do it when you get home or whatever. And it's not as like you're on the phone and it's like going back and forth. Like it's good now with having AirPods and you can sort of work at the same time. But still, like I feel sorry for the dudes in those positions that are, smaller companies running the shows. And I remember doing that. And I remember I would just answer my phone to everyone. I was full yes man. Like I wouldn't say no to anything. So we're on a job and someone's going, oh, I need this done today. Can you get there? And end up going there after work. And, like it's that, then when you're like, oh, I'll do it after work. But then someone's called to go to another job and you're doing that. So it's like it piles up on you.
Yeah.
So staying on top of that, I don't really have any advice for it other than like what you were saying with trying to get people, like acknowledging someone and then getting them to do it in an email form so you can reply your own,
even in text message form. I think sometimes. I think another thing that I think is really good that an ex-boss of an old construction manager of mine that I worked for, his voicemail was basically like, "Sorry, I can't take the phone, but text me." And I'll reply.
And if someone doesn't text you after that,
then it's like then you've kind of put the ball in their court and gone, hey, like I can't answer your phone call, but if you text me, I'll probably respond because I'm either in a meeting or I'm doing something where I just physically can't answer.
It's like when I get so many calls a day, like so many. This will give people anxiety.
Your phone does give me anxiety because there's too much shit going on.
What's that? Can you see that? How many? Where is that? Oh.
For the podcast,
I think there's 10,685 emails, 1,000 missed calls, and 273 text messages. That's just from this morning. But my phone doesn't stop ringing, so it is like I miss stuff. So if someone doesn't leave me a voicemail, I kind of sometimes tend to not even get back to them because I'm like, well, if it was important, they would have sent me a text or a voicemail, and sometimes I miss it. I think like that. Like, man, if you're going to call someone, you need something. Yeah. Like, just, because then I'll see it, oh, they've left a voicemail, I'll listen to it, I'll call them straight back. But sometimes you don't get the chance to call someone straight back. And if they haven't left you anything to remind you, and I look at my phone and I've got 20 missed calls there, it's kind of hard to get back on the people. Yeah,
100%. I mean, it's hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I reckon those couple of things, though. From my personal perspective, when you've got shit going on, text messages or emails, because at least it gives you a point to respond to something rather than just having a generic missed call that goes, fuck, I had a missed call from you, I forgot to call you back. So, and then I feel like a dick about it.
Yeah, that's it. Well, let us know if you've got any tips for dealing with clients or anything you want us to cover in this. Like, if you're struggling with something and you want us to, at least have a crack at talking about it and bringing it up, like
Yeah,
we've
bring it to the floor. It'd be good.
We've kind of dealt with a lot of things, so not that we know everything, but we might have a.
No, but I think that's the good thing about having this as a forum as well, right? Is that we can put things to people that potentially you might not be able to reach.
And that's like I don't know, like when I did the chat with Georgia the other week, and she was getting messages from other female apprentices saying, "Listen to it, I loved it, like so good." Like some people saying, I've been inspired, and they, like we said, reach out, and they have, and it's like, and she like, look at all these, look at these messages I got and stuff. That's pretty cool. So I think that was awesome that it did like reach some people. And that's what I mean. Like if this helps one person be able to deal with a client or whatever.
Yeah, definitely more than happy to help as well. If you do have something that you want to raise or you want to, more than happy to help if you can.
Bring it to the
DM 40 because I don't have anything, so just keep flooding him with messages because look at his phone already. Yeah. You're not gonna.
I won't miss them. I'll reply to those 10,000 emails will get replied to tonight.
Yeah, and give me mental reviews on my sick vest.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
And on that note.
Well, it's good to have you back, mate.
Yeah, thanks. Good to be back. Good to know that I haven't been shunned.
I'll get you back in another month.
Yeah, great.
Next month, one a month. I'll have you in for maybe. Okay. So there we go. You've been too busy. I've been trying to get you in all week. You're too busy. I can't get you in. So you know what?
We're just playing hard to get. Just
That's it, mate. Well, you're getting other offers, are you?
Well,
other
mate.
Joe Rogan next week, is it?
Maybe. You never know.
Bring your vest on there.
You never know.
Right, guys. Well, that's it, and chat soon. And hopefully we've got some other good ones coming up soon as well. So I've been getting a few more different Sparkies on. So go back to a bit of Sparky chat, getting some different guys on, and I wanted to sort of delve into with them is going to be relationships between Sparkies. So getting to know other Sparkies in your area, not as competition, but as like an ally almost sort of thing. So like, I know a lot around here is heaps of,
there is.
Everyone sees seen as competition, but I have good relationships with a few guys where we talk, and it's like you can talk about your rates, you can talk about jobs. You might be quoting the same job and going, you know what, like bouncing off each other with it, and then it's best man wins. Or you might go, you know what, you're quoting that job, I'm going to step back and give you this one, and it's good to have those relationships. So I'm going to put a couple guys in from two different kind of businesses, and just have a bit of a chat to them and just see how see what they reckon about it. And it's two guys that I know that I can open up with and share stuff with, which is good. So it's that should be a good chat.
Yeah, that sounds good. And definitely send us some messages. Get some messages in to tell us what you want to hear about. Because it'd be good to get some feedback on some things that you guys would like us to talk about or would like us to address.
All right, we'll leave some links in the notes.
Oh, and something that we never say, like and subscribe, by the way.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
Is that a thing?
Like and subscribe. 100% that's a thing. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, do that. All right, see ya.
See ya.